With great power comes great responsibility. That's what I realized these past days. Or I realized it today. Yesterday was a rough patch where I fell in a deep hole, and today it was going to be another dark day. But I pulled myself out of the darkness, I suppose, and I dragged my ass over to the jiu-jitsu class. Had a great session, talking with my friends, fighting, learning some new skills. And on my way driving home, I realized what was going on. That for 4 months, I've just been building, like non-stop momentum, just going. Not thinking about all of it, just doing stuff. And then I just saw this John Delaney video where his thumbnail kind of mocks, well, it directly mocks the NoFap community. Because people always talk about their streaks. And it kind of stung. And I also left a comment trying to tell him that it's not about counting the days. NoFap, back in the day when it originally started, people wanted to just overcome their porn addiction and take back their lives, because this addiction had destroyed their lives. And today it's the same, but many people don't know what the essence is of NoFap. And then it turned into semen retention, because people realized that you can cultivate additional benefits when you not just quit the porn, but you retain your semen. Then some magical things start to happen. But I started on NoFap back in the day because I realized that I felt better when I didn't watch porn and when I didn't masturbate. But now I've heard, like, I don't visit the subreddit anymore, NoFap, because I've heard it's overrun with teenagers posting memes all the time, getting to 1 week, and then they post, "Oh, I'm so sad, I'll get back on the horse." And they do that consequently. And it's just filled with memes, and like, people don't, apparently, I haven't investigated it, but people and all the young kids, they don't understand. There's just, there's a lot of depth that's missing. And that also happens on the semen retention subreddits and I guess all other subreddits and YouTube channels. We tend to forget what's essential. What is the foundation of what we're doing? And I also forgot, because I had been going for 4 months with amazing momentum and amazing motivation and life joy, and I had some big goals ahead. And then I achieved them. And now I feel kind of stuck. I feel a little bit lost. Because even though I have even bigger plans, when I achieved these very big goals of mine, which was the 10-day Vipassana retreat and going to a jiu-jitsu tournament and creating this YouTube channel, amongst many other like small goals I wanted to do, things I wanted to achieve and work on. I'm still working on all those things, but I haven't had time to sit down and look at the bigger picture and look at my foundation. And I think I've also been working very hard, and even though I know that this moment will always be this moment, also in the future. I guess we all fall in the trap of imagining that something will be better, something will be different, and I am very much different, but this present moment is still the same. It's still exactly the same. No matter how many homes or cars or how many skills I acquire, how many kids I have, or if I find the perfect partner, all these sort of illusions about how all the pain in the world will go away, then that is created in the subconscious, right? So I think I found myself back in reality once I had achieved the things I wanted to achieve. So it's just a reality check. And I think I just have to become friends with reality again. So I've been looking at my life, and things have improved, which they should, and they have, because I don't just sit on my ass and count the days of my streak. That's what I've been saying since day one, like, the days don't matter for shit. But for some reason, and for reasons I do understand, is that it makes me more worthy to listen to. People see that the amount of days are hard to achieve, and they are. So it's kind of a great metric to use to gain attention, because if I talk and no one listens, then it doesn't make sense that I have this YouTube channel. Then I could just do my own voice recordings and I'll be just fine. Right. So what's next? The plan has always been to move out from this place, because I'm not really supposed to stay here for a long time. This is just supposed to be a summer house. A place where you go to relax or get some nature or do some gardening, whatever. But I've been living here. So I've been looking at different apartments. And just yesterday there was an apartment that looked very good. So now it's not like a private owner. It's like a company. So you get the rent for a bit cheaper. So I'm on a list, and I'm number 11 on the list for this apartment. But I said yes, and on the 11th, I will get the answer if the apartment is mine. But just the fact that I said yes, it's quite big for me. So, and that will move me much more into the center of Odense. And then I will have an apartment, which is going to change a lot of things, I guess. I know it's not going to change like vital things, but it's still going to keep me moving, I think. And if you don't know, I took, what's it even called? Like, my education is like a teacher. I know it doesn't sound like that, like right now, but I can't even what the English word is. But you know, I can be a teacher if I want to now. I've taken that education. Sorry, I couldn't find the word. But I don't want to be a teacher right now for some reason. It's not my desire, but I could be if I wanted to. But right now, something else is calling to me. And this might be useful for you to go through this process, because like why do we do anything? Why do we take a certain job? Why do we do anything, really? I think it's always good to question this before you end up somewhere and you're just thinking, man, this sucks. Why did I do this? And I know that would be me if I found a job as a teacher right now at a school, whatever school. Like, there would be a lot of great things about teaching, but it's not right now. I would have to be forced to do it. And that's why I've been thinking, like, what is a major skill that I would like to learn? What is it that's pulling me, right? What is it? What's the next big step? And I figured it out. I want to be able to build my own stuff. I want to be able to build my own house. I think back in the day, your father taught you how to fix shit and build buildings because everyone was doing it. Nowadays, you just pay. You pay people to fix and repair and do all of that. But I was thinking, for the next 60 years maybe, 70 years maybe, I'll be in a situation where I have to pay someone to fix something in my house that I don't own yet, or like build me something, or just, I don't want the feeling anymore of not knowing how to fix damages in the house, or not having the opportunity to build whatever I want to build. So you already guessed it, or figured it out. I want to learn the carpentry skill. I want to be a carpenter. And because I'm an adult, I can fast track the education. I don't have to sit a lot on the school bench, all the theory. I can very quickly go out and work for someone, and they can teach me the way, because I'm an adult. So I don't have to do all the primary school shit, because I've already been through that. I understand most. So it's just all the technical stuff, and then go out and work. And I can actually get decent pay. Again, because I'm an adult. So it's all very intriguing. And the plan for now is go and get that started. The education will take me between 2 and 3 years, and in some cases only 2 years. And that is like a very small amount of school time, and then a lot of being hired by a company and doing carpentry with them. And maybe I'll work additionally, earn a lot of funds, a few more years, maybe 4 or 5 years, and then we'll see what happens. But then I'll be able, hopefully, to build whatever I want to build. That's the plan, at least. And then the next part of life will begin. And I don't know exactly what that will be in 5 years, because now I have to live through the 5 years, right? I will do all this other stuff that I'm doing because it's very important to me. And yes, becoming a carpenter will take a lot of work and a lot of dedication, and it's a very physically taxing job, even though it's 2024, and it has become easier. But so what? Oh, it's difficult. I guess I'll just sit at my home and count how many days I haven't masturbated. Like, life is supposed to be hard. That was my 120 days video, right? It's supposed to be hard. So I have to seek it again. I've climbed a few mountains now, and now I've plateaued, and it's time for the next mountain, which is, I've always had this dream of becoming a carpenter or having the carpentry skill. And who knows what I'll be able to achieve when I feel in my hands and in my brain that I can do whatever I want. I can build whatever I want. No one can say anything to me that will hurt me. That's the point I'm at right now. I think I've unlocked all these mental skills. Like, I've overcome the insecurities that I have. They just don't exist anymore. Like, no person in the comments or no person in real life can tell me something that I will absorb and like let it hurt me. Because ultimately, when people hurt you, it's because they are hurt themselves and they don't know how to handle their emotions. Because telling someone that you don't even know and you don't even need to talk to that they are a bad person or they suck or whatever, like, it's not going to help anyone. Constructive criticism will, in a respectful tone, and but yeah, you get what I mean. So it's time for me to do something physically very demanding. Like, I've done some carpentry, I've fixed the roof on this house, and like, I have a sort of foundation, but all the lingo, all the theory, and exactly, like, I could learn it on YouTube, but I need to go out there. We all need to go out there, right? So that's the major plan coming up. Securing an apartment, taking this education, and then just keep doing my thing. Keep you guys on the journey if you want to follow. And I'll keep reflecting, and I'll keep philosophizing. Philosophizing, yeah. Because I love this shit. It enables me to achieve the things I want to do. But Joe was right. Like, all of this reflection, philosophy, religion, it can become a downward spiral of doing nothing. It can become an excuse of doing nothing at all because you just sit and think all day. And that's a big misunderstanding because you're supposed to take the knowledge that you find within. You find some answers that you've been searching for, and then you take action. Then you go and you do, and you do, and you do, and you take action, and you take action. It's so important. And that's where I went wrong, because I have done so many great things, and then what now? I was at this plateau. What now? But now I know, and like, the ball is about to start rolling again. I can feel it. It was just a little bump in the road. So it's time to regain focus and know my way. And it's all based on what I feel is right and something I really want to do this. Not because of money or because of the pressure from society, or not because people think something is the right way for me. It's something I've found out. I found the answer. And this gives me a lot of hope, a great feeling, like, this is the road I want to go. And so I will. I hope you all have a great evening if you're watching in the evening. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.